Good morning. It is Saturday and I am on my way to work and I'm here to vent some more. So, sorry, I don't know what to tell you. So, try not to hit my garage door. Done that once and broke it. This is why I don't park in the garage anymore. So now I gotta try not to hit it from the inside or hit it from the outside. I'm headed to pick up one of my coworkers. Her car broke down, so had to leave a little extra early to go get her. Hopefully she's ready. I'm like one of those people who show up to work early. So anyway, she's coming. So on Monday, and if you guys follow me on Instagram, you've seen pictures. I posted her on Instagram. A German Shepherd showed up in my backyard. And a lot of you probably seen that we have privacy fencing around our yard, but part of the yard is not fenced off yet because on the opposite side of our house from the privacy fencing part, if that makes any sense, is chain link that is our neighbors, and we couldn't decide if we wanted to hook up a chain link and like connect it to hers to like fence off that part of the yard, or if we wanted to do, leave her chain link and then do part privacy fencing, or if we wanted to run privacy fencing along her chain link, but that can mess up her chain link. It's just some stuff we gotta talk about, and so we just didn't worry about it, and we figured we'd mess with it next year. So part of the yard's not fenced off. Most of it is, but there's like 2 points of entry, more or less. And the dog got in the yard and was just like running laps around the yard. I guess, I don't know if she just liked it or couldn't figure out how to get back out of it. She was a German Shepherd. They're pretty smart dogs, so I assume that she knew how she got in. But anyway, I brought her in the house and she was with us for probably about 5 hours because Monday was like sleeting, rain, and snow. It was disgusting. I did not want to bring the boys outside. Sorry, the camera is shaking. I can see that. I didn't want to take the boys out to go to the Humane Society. So I called my mom to come and watch them while I took her, and she wasn't able to come until later on in the day, so we just had her inside with us. And we fell in love with her. We had her for 4 or 5 hours, and she was so good with the boys. I was just impressed with how good she was with the boys. And I liked her. She was so sweet, so gentle. I hand fed her some food and she just sat for me and just gently ate the food, and like not a problem. Didn't nip my fingers or anything. Didn't get like overexcited trying to eat it. So sweet, so gentle. And I went ahead and took her up to the Humane Society anyways. I mean, I wanted to keep her. But I wanted to give her her best shot at finding her family, because such a sweet dog, you think somebody's got to be looking for it. The Humane Society holds animals for 5 business days, which means that Monday she'll be available for adoption. And so far, nobody has come to claim her. Today is technically her last day that an owner could show up and claim her. And we were talking about adopting her on Monday. And I know that might seem kind of rather misguided, seeing as my last video is talking about financial troubles, and we're still having some financial troubles. And it's a $150 adoption fee, which is a nice little chunk of change. And so I can get where it's kind of like, where's your priorities? And that's a bit misguided, and like, what are you doing with your money? And I get that. But we get paid on Thursday, and so like we'll be good. Like, I mean, we had a mess up with our last pay and it made things tight for the last 2 weeks, and the 150, well, where the 150 was going to come from is that I had money sitting in one of our bank accounts that was set aside for a bill that we have to pay, but the bill isn't due until December 9th. I like to pay it ahead of time if I can, just to stay on top of it. But I was like, I'll get paid for my job again on Friday, so like I can take the 150 out now, buy the dog, and then I'll get paid again this coming Friday, and that'll replace the money we used to buy the dog. And so, that'll just even out and be fine, because after this whole mess up that we had with our finances, this next pay should we'll be good and back to normal. Still kind of behind on the cell phone bill, but we don't have to make drastically huge payments on it. We can make smaller ones, and then after the New Year's, we're just gonna knock it out. anyway, last night our heater decided to quit on us. I noticed at about 11 o'clock or so. It was like 28 degrees outside, and it was like 66 in the house, and I was freezing. It'd probably gone out for a little while, but I noticed it around 11 o'clock. And so I got up to go mess with it and figure out what was going on, because sometimes Levi will mess with our thermostat. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, I hope you made it. A squirrel right now in front of me. I couldn't stop in time. Oh, it makes me feel bad. Hopefully it made it. I couldn't tell. If I got it, it was barely, but I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, our heater went out. And the place that we bought our heater from that does all of our services for our whatnots, the heater and the AC unit, they're closed on the weekends. And the only way to get a person out is to go through the emergency call. And that means it's gonna go to an on-call person, and we're gonna have a big old fee because it's an emergency call. And it just sucks. And so we're just trying to muscle through it and deal with it until Monday when they open normal, because we don't really want to pay the emergency call fee. And we have got some space heaters going, but Monday when we call them to come out, you know, we've got that 150. That's what I took out of the bank. We don't really have much more than that. And that means that we can't get the dog, which sucks. I really wanted her. And I know Levi wanted her. He was looking at pictures of her on my phone yesterday. But I would be really surprised if she was still there by Thursday. And the Humane Society, we could put a $25 hold on her. However, that would only hold her for 48 hours, which would get us to Wednesday. And, well, yeah, it would get us to Wednesday. And with us having to pay to have the furnace fixed, like, we're broke. Like, again, like, I'm rather misguided by saying I want to buy a dog, because we, like, broke. But that is a life, isn't it? And it sucks. And I feel so bad for her, because she's such a sweet dog. I'm like, oh. But I don't know. And I just tell myself, well, then I guess it's just not meant to be. If it was meant to be, she'll be there by the end of the week when we get paid and have the money. And if it was not meant to be, then she'll get adopted, hopefully by a good family, and that'll be that. And it just wasn't meant to be. That's what I'm telling myself. But it sucks. And it's aggravating. And it just, I don't know. Sometimes in life, you just feel like you can't get ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just feels like no matter what you're doing, you can't get ahead. So, anyways, I am at my coworker's house. So I need to text her and let her know I'm here, so we can head on into work. I'm about I'm early. Again, I'm one of those people that show up early. Like, I don't think she shows up as early as I show up, so she's probably like, what the fuck? But, like, I gotta be there at 10:15 and show, so I pull in the parking lot normally by like 10 o'clock, and then I walk in like about 5 minutes till my shift starts, and she normally shows up 5 minutes after. It's kind of weird how, like, our timing works. Like, nobody really cares when you show in, as long as you show up within, like, a certain range. So, but there's a few people that kind of trickle in a little later, and she typically is a little later. But again, like, nobody cares, so it's kind of like, I don't blame you, but I also, I don't know. I have anxiety with some things, and showing up late to work is one of them. I don't like being late. So that's just what's going on. My husband and I got into a little spat over finances, but I think I feel like anytime anybody's gonna argue about anything, a lot of times it's gonna be about money. And so, like, I'm trying not to get too mad at him, and he's trying not to get too mad at me, but we're both just frustrated about the whole situation, and we're trying not to take it out on each other. But it's like, I mean, it's nobody's I mean, it's both of our fault for getting messed up, but it's like, it doesn't do any good playing the blame game, you know? So, and I don't know so much that I want to say we got in a spat. I mean, we didn't really get in an argument, but we're just frustrated with each other. So, but that's just, part of life, right? Like, if you're married, you're gonna get frustrated with each other. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have disagreements, and that's part of it. So, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to title this. I don't know. I hate making videos like this because I feel like I just sit around and like bitch about my life. But it looks like they're starting to come out, so I need to get off here. So I guess I'll talk to you guys later on.